Hi, I'm Miriam. Hi, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm Miriam. I'm Mrs. Jacopini's helper. Miss Jacopini, the lady who runs the website www.10pan.it. I am the cleaner. Oh, sorry. I'm the cleaner, actually, yes. And I'm helping her with videos because, she's quite shy. And boring too, yes. And anyway, today I want to talk about vintage Omas nibs. You know why? Because Miss Jacobin and I noticed that you very often buy, for instance, a pen on eBay, a vintage Omas pen, and then you publish it on Facebook, maybe to show off a bit, which is, normal. And then people look at your pen and say, wow, what a terrific pen you bought. But then somebody may point out that the nib is not correct. And you say, wow, and you feel sorry, and you feel worried, because you don't know what to look for when you buy a vintage Omas pen to be sure that the nib is correct. But don't worry, Miriam will tell you. Yes, it's easy. Yes, anyway, to cut a very long story short, this is the way it works, yes. In 1925, when Mr. Armando Simoni introduced his line of pens, which were initially button fillers and later level fillers, he used the name Extra for them, which was a very fashionable name at the time. Yes, very fashionable. And then on these pens he used an Omas Extra nib. And these nibs were very nice. They had a heart-shaped vent hole, and he kept on using these nibs in 1936 too, when he introduced a new model which was called Omas Lucens. Yes, it was called the Lucens because, it was transparent. As I told you, he was not so creative with names. No, poor guy, no. Anyway, it was only in 1939 when he introduced the Omas Extra Lucens pen that he adopted a new nib. And this new nib was different from the Extra nib, yes. It had the outline of an arrow engraved on it, and it had a different vent hole, yes. This time the vent hole had the shape of, let's say, I'd say a small door, yes. And then after the war, Mr. Simoni introduced a new line of pens, yes. And guess how we called it? We called it Extra again. Extra, yes. Poor guy, he was not so creative with names, yes. And on these pens, he used the two nibs he had. So he used the Omas Extra nib with the heart-shaped vent hole for the cylindrical pens, and the Omas Extra Lucens nib with the small door, yes, for faceted pens. It's easy, very easy. And this was the beginning of a kind of tradition, yes, because this is the rule. Omas Extra Lucens nibs go with faceted pens, and Omas Extra nibs go with cylindrical pens. Yes, that's so easy. Last but not least, in the 1960s, Mr. Simoni introduced a new line of pens. These were faceted in black celluloid, yes. He didn't use plastic at the time, no, only celluloid. And there were three sizes. The smallest size was called Dama, the medium size was called Milord, and the largest size was called the Gentleman. And on these beautiful pens, which had a Greek keycap band, Mr. Simoni used again the Omas Extra Lucens nibs, yes, the ones with the small door and the outline of the arrow, which were exactly the same nibs as the ones he had used in the 30s for the Omas Extra Lucens models. Yes, it's easy. So just remember the rule. Please, it's easy. You will not make mistakes anymore. Yes. And keep on following me for more interesting tips on vintage Italian pens, Omas pens, and pen collecting. Bye. Bye-bye.